Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing NAYA Royalty in Ranked Standard. This deck is built around Queen Kayla once again. If you remember from my Boros deck, she has a very powerful effect in that you can pay for, discard your entire hand, essentially dump it all onto the battlefield for free, and then redraw your entire hand. Left uncontested, this can completely take over the game, but her glaring weakness is that she is only a 2/3 and has no ability to protect herself the turn it comes down. I found it very frustrating in that if I drop her on turn 3, it can pretty much instantly be picked off by Cut Down, Infernal Grasp, or Go for the Throat, which is a feels bad. But by adding green to our Boros deck, we now have access to Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard, a 2-mana 3/3 legendary creature, human soldier. You can sack it, legendary creatures you control get +1/+0, and gain indestructible until end of turn. This means if you go turn 2 Hajar into turn 3 Queen, even if they have removal for the Queen, you can always make her indestructible, survive to turn 4, and then pop off from there. The rest of the deck is mostly an even mix of 1, 2s, and 3s, 11 1-drops, 11 2-drops, and 11 3-drops to make sure you have an even mix in hand for when you pop off with the Queen, and a lot of fun ofs with the legendary creatures. If you're running Hajar, you might as well get a little more kick out of that and play lots of legends like Thalia, Felden, Bayard, Catilda, Adeline Squee, King Darian, and Queen Alanol, and of course Queen Kayla herself. It's kings, queens, and monarchs, and loyal bodyguards all the way down. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. Okay, on the play. I mean, we can bin all the Kaylas, I guess. We'll see how this goes. Own it on NAYA also, right? Okay. Probably more of a controlling strategy. Unless they run none or very few 1-drops. You probably would not see that card. Yeah, looking more control-y to me. Alright. Well, let's get one of these guys going. Take a little pain land damage. And bop him for 2 here. Down to 18. Alright, well, we have the land to bin the entire hand. Ideally, we hit a 3-drop also. Then we can cycle the Kaylas into something more relevant. More green? Visitor, they're actually enchantments and artifacts hybrid. Very interesting. Weaver, okay, they can start copying things next turn, so this is our turn to do something. Root of Cathar, that's pretty good to get back here. Should we do that first? I guess so. Take out the Weaver, I think. Alright, let's freaking go. Refresh entire hand for 4. Go ahead and get back Cathar and Initiate. Smit 2. Cathar can take the Weaver. I think that's our biggest threat right now. I mean, Weaver copying and taking the Cathars plus something else is pretty bad. They can power with the Bankbuster in response. So you don't have any good attacks. That's okay. Alright. No attacks into the 4/4, so we'll end here. Flip to Nightside. We can definitely double spell next turn. Circle of Confinement. Alright, glad they can't copy it. Let's see who they take here. They're Battle Knight on white. They go after the Brute. Maybe they have more things to copy next turn. Okay. They pay 3 life. They get back their Weaver. They have no more white, so they're not going to cast another removal spell this turn. But I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, maybe they go double copy next turn. Okay, we have some issues here. And they have a pretty big board as well. They swing for 3. Okay. We're actually pretty fine to block here. We attack with the Initiate. How many counters can we get this turn? We can't really get enough counters to pick these things off. So we'll go ahead and block here. See what order they distribute the damage. Okay, they go there first anyway, so no need to sack a card. Traded a Hopeful Initiate for their Visitor. Seems pretty fair to me. It's a lot of land. We definitely don't need all that. Okay, I think we bin everyone. Look for more Cathars. If we get back a haste creature, then, yeah, let's get back to Felden and use you as fodder. Nope, I always do that wrong. Alright, enter combat. Enlist you. Enlist the Felden. Go ahead and get a nice scry. We're looking for more Cathars here. Adeline's pretty big too. Looks like they're willing to trade the Bankbuster for one of our lands in hand. That's fine by us. Adeline can be big, so we'll do it like this. Okay, they decide not to block, which is fine. And we'll end here. We don't need to play out the lands. We'll just cycle them next turn with Kayla. Alright, they crew the Bankbuster. Looks like they're ready to start attacking here. And they get to copy you. Oof, how much damage is that? They can only copy you once, but still. This will be a lot of damage. At least not lifelink. I wonder if we can sneak out lethal here somehow. Opponent swings for 14. Okay. We have 6 damage on the table. Probably keep back the Benalia to block this turn. We can attack with Feldon, who can't block anyway. We can go ahead and cycle this hand pretty easily. So we'll start with this. Bin the entire hand. We have a Cathar now, that's pretty good. We'll take the Adeline, and I'll take the Officer for free. Cathar's good next turn. Okay. And we're just attacking with you. I think we leave back the Indestructible creature. We could chump block with the Recruitment Officer. Maybe we scry instead. We're pretty low on life total. Any removal spell, we're pretty much dead. Let's just attack here. Go ahead and get him for 1 more point of damage. Okay, opponent drops to 8. And we hold steady here. We have plenty of blockers now. Wedding Announcement, okay. Okay, let's see if they attack. They probably shouldn't. We're pretty close to lethal on the crackback. They do not, okay. Cool, we can cycle this entire hand, get a Cathar. So we take the token. They can go block on our biggest creatures. And we get in for 7 damage. So not quite lethal. Unless we hit something else that's hasty. So we'll start here. Bin the entire hand. It's pretty cool. It feels good. At some point we could play a land out, but like, let's just refresh. Alright, take all 3 of these bad boys. Submit 3. Okay, comes in on the night side, actually. Interesting. Pretty happy to get in with you. You draw us more cards, but maybe we'll use you as Benalia bait. Let's just do it like this. Enlist you, because you can't block anyway. We don't really need the Initiate, although it does pick off creatures at some point. Catilda puts a counter on everyone. But still probably not where we need to be. Because this is okay, actually. We'll probably take something else, though. That's fine. Crew 3. Let's see if they try to block the Benalia or the Adeline. Probably the Adeline here. They block the 1/1. Okay. And trade with Adeline, sure. So I don't have a Hajar out. We could protect the Adeline. They take the draw here. Alright, maybe we'll play a land out at this point. We probably could have started playing land earlier. Yeah, we can drop this out. We're looking for lethal now. We've been pretty cute all game, but this next turn, probably drop the Kayla. But we hope they double spell, so we get the Cathar, the Brutal Cathar flip. 7/7 is pretty big. Maybe we have to play out Cathar plus something else this coming turn, just a double flip. Okay, they get another blocker. Currently we have 8 damage on the battlefield. Okay, another blocker. Probably down to 6 damage, so we don't have lethal right now. And they have a lifelinker, so that changes things. Yeah, we might just double spell this turn and take the double Cathar triggers. And then next turn Kayla if we need to. They copy the trigger. They want a lot of blockers. Okay, alright. Game's not over. Okay. Taking the lifelinker is interesting. That gets us closer to lethal, I suppose. Let's start there. More land. This gives everyone +1/+1. That's pretty good, I think. So we'll go you plus Cathar. Yep. And we'll take out another blocker. And that's probably lethal, you'd think. Scooperoni. All right. Kayla just doing her thing that game. Very nice. On the play, we'll give this a go. We're going to start with the Initiate on the off chance we do hit a hasty 2-drop. It's a very low likelihood, but I'm fine with that choice. Gruel it is. Do nothing. Okay, Cathar comes out. Well, we're gonna double spell this turn with the Recruitment Officer. Start with a swing for 1. A little bit of stick here. Let's see if it gets immediately play with fired. Not yet. Drop the Frontliner. More stick. We'll probably see a play with fire here. Yep, see it now. Okay, and we'll go ahead and drop the Officer as well. Alright. Little mini squad here assembled. One on the tap land, it's actually Jund. And they do have a blocker for us. We hit the Feldon. We'll probably go Kayla here instead. We don't have the next land though. We could just go Cathar. Interesting. We don't need to burn a Cathar here. We can go Kayla instead. Alright. Swing all here. Put the +1 counter there. They can trade with the Frontliner if they want to. Okay, that's fine with us. When it takes 3, it drops to 14, and we'll see if Kayla sticks or not. Alright, Jund Anvil. Cool. They could still Voltage Surge away Kayla. Nope, but they used their last mana to cycle, so we're uncontested this turn. They do get a blocker. We could play back the Frontliner. We don't hit the land. Taking the token is actually pretty brutal against them, because they want to keep sacking it every turn. So this is not a bad target to take. Take it for free. They should sack it in response just to get the 1 ping. But now they need more artifacts to keep the train going, which they don't necessarily have. So we'll swing for 4. So they can follow up with a Bloodthirsty Harvester or some other artifact-producing thing. Another Anvil. They have to sack their own Anvil, though, to get the trigger. Let's see if they do it. They do. Self-Anvil Cannibalism. They get 2 tokens out of the deal, though. We don't hit land, so we're not Kayla-ing. We can Cathar another token, though. It's actually fine here. Alright, so they sack this one in response again. And they Voltage Surge the Kayla in response. Okay, they don't like that card. I'm not sure we throw away the Recruitment Officer here. I guess they really don't want to block, so we will. They want to be able to keep sacking their artifacts every turn. Yeah, see, they're desperate to keep this thing around. Transmogrant's Crown. Interesting little tech here. They now get to draw extra cards every turn. But we're still able to put a decent amount of pressure. We have both a hasty creature and a hasty Frontliner in the graveyard. They attack first. We can probably take the block, right? It's not worth it, though. Let's just let them have the point of damage. In case they run something crazy like End the Festivities and they want to sweep the whole board. It's not worth it for 1 point of damage. Who knows what people are on, man? Alright, they got their free point of damage in. They get another one here. They didn't attach the crown. Maybe they attach the crown now? They don't. We hit the 4th land. I think we just run out the most aggressive strategy here. Okay. Here comes the Feldon. And there's stick, even though the Anvil is tapped, so I guess we'll see something else here. But here comes the Unearthed Frontliner. This card actually is growing on me. Like, it's pretty annoying to deal with. They pick off the Officer now. Interesting. Alright. Send everyone in there. This is the card they least want to block, so we'll put it here. So they do choose to block that. We get free card draw. They trade there instead. When it drops to 1 with no cards in hand. Lands. They can still sack you to make a blocker, but it's not enough. They sack the crown. I wonder why, yeah. Sweet. Let's go. On the play with some mana. We'll give this a go. Lanes it is. Opponent on mono black, do nothing. Okay, drop a Benalia on them. Pretty nice against mono black. Very awkward to try to destroy. Potentially into a squee this turn. Okay. So if they were going to destroy a creature this turn, we're probably happy if it's squee. We can also enlist using squee, because it has haste. So I think we'll go like that. Could also drop the other Benalia, because again, that is awkward. So we'll see if they let us move to combat here. Nope, they remove squee first. But of all the cards, yeah, we can't enlist in response. That's fine. This one actually could come back later in the game. So we'll just swing for 2. And we really want to save our Cathar for their children. We hit the Kayla, though. It's interesting. I mean, we're here to Kayla, so we'll start with an attack for 2. I don't think there's any stick there. All right, we'll try Kayla. I don't think it's getting removed this turn. They do nothing on their entire turn cycle. We expect a Shouldered here. So if we Kayla, we can get back Cathar, which is fine. Take the draw. Maybe we won't, though. Drawing off a Kayla... the draw off a Kayla is pretty brutal, actually. So as much as I'd like to do that, I think we'll actually just Cathar this target instead. Because then you have drawing 4 and taking 8 damage. That doesn't feel amazing. Should have taken the Scry there instead, but that's okay. Alright, putting it down to 12. And we have the backup Cathar. Invoke Despair. Yeah, we probably drop off Kayla here, sadly. We're pretty well positioned with Brutal Cathar. When it draws up, but they eat some damage here. This time we'll definitely take the Scry. More lands, not what you need to see, although it does allow us a double spell here, so we'll go ahead and take it. And we'll drop... is there any better way to do this? No, maybe not. We have the Veteran and the Benalia. And we'll make sure to actually enlist this time. Put the counter here because you're the only one attacking. Enlist. Nope. And enlist you for free. Take the Scry. Neither of you guys are probably what we need. Maybe the Recruitment Officer, but marginally better than land. When it drops to 7, though. And there's no Meathook Masker. And we have Brutal Cathar for the last Shouldered. Worst issue is them blowing out Cathar mid-combat. Path to Peril, no! Okay, so we can keep one of you guys. Drop off the Cathar. They get back the Shoulder, though. Do we need the Cathar? Maybe I should let that go. We don't have to keep the Cathar. We can use the Benalia instead. Oh, they don't even get back the Cathar. Okay. Let's go ahead and save you then. So we only lose 1 Benalia. Keep the rest of the board. And we'll see if they blow out the Cathar now. Nope. Liliana, sack a creature. Looking like game to me.
No more distractions.
Drop off the 1/1. Keep 7 damage on the battlefield. And swing for lethal. 8 damage to the face. Okay. Got too worried there. Our only 2 drops were the Benalias. At the beginning, I thought we were going to lose a Cathar too. Okay. The mana actually works here. We'll give it a go. Opponent on Azorius Skybridge. Okay. Get the 2/1 down. Turn 2 Catilda. Turn 3 Kayla. Ooh. Magecraft. Okay. Pretty fine to play you out. Obviously no trades, or rather we can't trade. It does have double strike. Can tap you to dump a 1-drop. I actually don't really want to do that. I think we'd rather resolve Kayla. So, no attacks. End here. Get a bigger refresh next turn. Or in 2 turns. Homestead Courage. Here comes the damage. We could chump. 6 damage is a lot. We're going to have a lot of creatures for the rest of the game. So I think we're probably fine to chump here. We have enough mana as well. Let's chump with you. This is fine by me. Okay, Darian in the house. Drop the Kayla. They shouldn't really have any removal in this deck. Maybe a Fading Hope could be annoying. We'll leave the 1-drop in hand. No attacks, end here. Homestead Courage Part 2. We're happy to drop off the Catilda here. We're looking for Brutal Cathars. Okay, swing for 10. Take the block. No problem. As long as they don't have Trample, and they won't have it in this color combination. Biggest issue is they could phase out our entire board. But we get to pull off the Kayla, so let's see what happens here. Discard 4. Draw a fresh hand of a lot of lands. Peacekeeper's pretty good. I guess we'll take the Peacekeeper. Take a look at that hand. And one of the frontliners. Fading Hope's not great for us. Let's name Fading Hope. That's my most annoying card here. We'd like to keep the Kayla train going for a while. Okay, Homestead Courage yet again. We're just hunting for Brutal Cathars. They drop off Fading Hope. Okay, good. We'll run back Kayla next turn. Homestead Courage again. Yeah, our biggest issue is them drawing into March of Swirling Mist. That's a definite issue. And they draw it. So now they swing for 18, unless they have one more effect. And that's game. All right, well, we tried. Opponent goes first. We got a little curve here. Let's give this a go. Mono Black Ashnod. Death Toucher. Okay. We could play the Recruitment Officer into them. I mean, we could play the Frontliner instead. Yeah, let's try that. We don't have to give up the Recruitment Officer just yet. Swings a little bit harder with the Feldon next turn. Knight of Dusk's Shadow. Okay, can't gain life. Wasn't planning to anyway. I don't know if we're trading here. I guess we don't really want to attack into this thing anyway. So maybe this is fine. Alright. Fine by me. And we just need red here. We already have it. But let's save the Ganjo. Might actually need it. So Feldon it is. Take one. Can't block. Swing for two. Opponent eats it. Alright, so the race begins. Gix. Whew. Not good. E2 opponent loses a life, draws a card. We pretty much have to Cathar this turn. I think that's the only reasonable play. Take some pain land damage. And just pray they don't have removal here. Okay, let's see if they have backup Gix or removal. Children instead. We are out a Cathar. Swing for 2 Menace. Okay. Interestingly, doing nothing flips to Nightside. We could block with Cathar and a Ganjo. I don't really love that. We could actually block with a Recruitment Officer and a Ganjo. Are they really going to attack into that? They don't have to. Let's just drop an Adeline instead. We can also attack with the Feldon here, which is kind of interesting. We probably should have done that first. We probably should attack with Feldon and then held a Ganjo and potentially used it. They most likely would not have blocked. Okay, they attack here because we have to double block with the Cathar. I think we just eat 2 instead. I don't really want to give him back Gix. They use the mana to pump it, though. Pump it twice. If they do nothing, we flip the Nightside here. And Double Spell flips back. Nope, they cast the Conscript. Okay. And we lose more life. So we're going to attack with Feldon here. Could even throw Squee in there. And who do we leave back? Just the Cathar? We're almost dead. We're so close to dead here. Okay. Down to 4. Attack like this. It's actually a good chunk of damage. They block there. We can a Ganjo in response. So we do pick you off. When it drops to 7, we're left over with a 6-4. Yeah, we go ahead and play out the officer here. We actually have a decent number of blockers, though we are down to 4. If they can pick off the Adeline with removal. Backup Shoulder hurts too. They have 1 mana open. Okay, take the draw down to 2. Pretty much have to win this turn. They go block, block, block. We're actually close to winning this turn. Oh, Squeeze in the graveyard, my bad. I missed that. Okay. So if we attack like this, again, they go block, 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 take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. We get there, don't we? Okay. put this on one of the tokens. Block, block. Block there. That's 7 damage. That's game. Okay. Nicely done. Should have attacked earlier with the Feldon with the Aganjo, but you live and you learn. All right, we'll call it there. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, a subscribe, and a comment. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.